Hey everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to do finger waves. I've tried a few different methods and I found one that I think works best for me. So I'm going to show that to you right now and we're going to get started. So there's a couple of things that you're going to end up needing. You could either use a sculpting mousse, or you can use Fingerwave lotion as I have right here. But today what I'm going to use is my sculpting mousse, and we're just put the first thing that you want to do is wet the hair down, and then you want to get your mousse saturated all over the hair. You really want a product that's going to be able to hold the hair into the position that you want to put it. Grab your wave comb, and when you're using the comb, make sure you use the make sure you use the widest tooth part on the comb. All right, so I'm combing this through, and as you can see, I have plenty of product on here. And in fact, I may have a little bit too much, but you know what? For doing this stuff, I really don't mind. I've been working on this for the last few days, and I got to say, it has presented its challenges to me. All right, so what you want to do to create your first wave is just place your finger onto here. Now you've already combed. You want to comb this in a bit of a direction that you want your wave to go. So I place my finger here, and then take your other finger and just kind of get this back here, and then you can bring this right up, lay your comb flat, nudge the hair up, and you create this ridge. You can clamp it right between your two fingers, and then make sure you comb this hair. Try to get all the little hairs underneath and get them combed out. Okay. Same thing with this. Take your comb again, lay it flat, push this up. You can see that wave going into there, and then you just comb this out. We follow along with our ridge, and we're going to go right around the head with this. Now this is a hairstyle that was commonly seen back in around the 20s and 30s, and it was for those that had like the bob haircut and they wanted to go out and do something nice, or if they're going to a function, something formal, then this would definitely be the style that they would wear. Just trying to comb out all those little hairs underneath. We come right around with our wave. Now, I'm making quite a pronounced ridge with mine, but that's entirely up to you with the style you want to put into there. Because this here could either be left in to dry as it is, or Once it is dry, you can brush out these waves and you'll be left with some nice curls that kind of, well, more like beach waves that go down the hair. So now that we've come all the way around, what we could do is, again, I'm just gonna raise up my mannequin here. Take your finger and make sure that you get this pressed down hard, because you don't want to shift any of your nice waves that you have here. So again, comb this here in the direction that you want it to go, and you'll start to see our next piece happening here, and then you just bring that up and then comb that down, and we just continue along here. And when you lift off your finger, when you make these waves, you really want to, instead of just coming off like this, because that's just going to pull everything apart, you want to instead have more of the motion of just lifting it off like this, and then that way it will help to leave these pieces nice and flat for you. And we just keep working our way around. Okay, so far we've gotten this part here. So now we'll just continue this side. I'm just going to raise this up a little bit more. Place your finger here. You can always go along if you want and tidy up your ridges after. And just take your finger here and just go back. Make sure you get all these pieces together. Bring this out, and then you lay your comb flat and just pick up that ridge. And for you guys that are trying this for the first time, you may end up saying, hey, you know what, this is easier said than done. And I gotta say, I'll agree 100%. It takes a lot of practice, but you know, there's probably a bunch of you out there that will do these things and just pick it up right away. So my hat off to you for those can do that. I gotta say, we're coming along here nicely. And you can also almost kind of like build up a rhythm in doing this as you're moving along. And you can get it done fairly quick. And I do find that working on mannequin hair does have its own little challenges because it doesn't have the same growth pattern that natural hair would have. Okay, so now that we're back to here, we can continue on, and we're going to go off in this direction, trying not to disrupt our above wave. And the size that you make these, again, that's all up to you, to how big you want these. You could have smaller ones and larger ones. Each one will have its own effect, of course. Alright, so I've finished straight down to just below the ear, and what you can do at this point is you could either continue going along and you could put in another wave if that's what you wanted to do, or at this point we could also just take these pieces and we could put little pin curls into those. The first one that I would probably do is right here at the front, or with this kind of style, you can have some versatility and you could piece this out a bit. Watch this. You just take that. Just up against here, and then just kind of tuck that in like that. Clean up your little wispies here, and then just have that nicely placed along that, just to sort of follow the contours of the little S's and C shapes that we have here. And then you could take these pieces here and then put them into a nice little pin curl. You just take those, come up with them, and then you take a clip just like this, and then that's just held in place until that dries. And then you go along and take another piece. Try not to disrupt our nice waves up here, but you get the idea. There we go. And then just take this and wrap it around. And again, just clipping those pieces off. Now this is a rather large clip. I've run out of some of my other ones here, but we'll leave that down for now. But once this ends up drying, again, it could just be left into place, or you could comb this out. But that is essentially how you will do finger waves. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please follow and like, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, keep creative and stay safe.